Today we're going to show you how to make Salvi Breakfast Tostadas with Sabores with Steph here on Millennial Cooking Hacks, brought to you by Amerisol Foods. For those of you who don't know, Steph has been doing this for over 10 years. She's been teaching people how to cook, and now she has one of her best students, me.
Yeah.
I'm 2 episodes in, so I feel like I've been growing as a student.
Thanks for having me.
It was supposed to be an introduction for you, and I'm over here. Steph has been doing this for 10 years. She graduated as a
nutritionist.
So she knows what she's talking about, folks.
I do.
She knows her flavors. That's why she is Sabores with Steph. By the way, if you want to follow her and want to know more about nutrition, follow her at saboreswithsteph.com.
Thank you, Jose.
No problem. And so what are we getting into today?
So today we are making a Salvi Breakfast Tostada. So we'll be using a few ingredients. You know what this is, right?
Chorizo salvadoreño.
Chorizo salvadoreño. It's a little different from Mexican chorizo. It has a lot more of the Salvadorian flavorings that we use, like achote and ayahuasca, aka pumpkin seeds, which just brings it to a whole other dimension of sabor. So we'll be using chorizo, we're gonna be using eggs, we're gonna be using cebollas, bien picaditas, tomato, tomate roma, and of course, Perla products. We'll be using the crema salvadoreña, queso duro blando, and the frijolitos that are just amazing.
My favorite.
And to layer it all on, a tostada. So let's get to it.
Ooh, I'm hungry.
All right.
Let's do this.
So the first thing, I'm gonna have you do this. Okay, so you crack your egg and then I'll crack my egg.
Ooh,
okay.
Look at that.
That's good.
That was better. That was better.
Oh, so close. So we're just gonna crack 4 eggs. Give them a little whisk together.
Hey, let's give them a preview of next week. What are we making next week?
Oh, next week, you don't want to miss it. We're going to be making Plátanos Foster's French toast. So if you've had bananas Foster's, we're going to make it Salvi style using plátanos. All right, so our eggs are done. Over medium heat in a skillet, we're going to use
Avocado oil.
Yes. Why? Do you remember? Pop quiz.
It has good heat resistance.
Yes.
See, I was paying attention.
He was.
I didn't even take notes.
All right, so we're going to heat up the oil. As we said, avocado oil has a higher smoke point, so we won't lose those nutrients. We're gonna throw in our cebolla. So I like a lot of cebolla, so this is like half an onion. And now we're just going to saute the onions. You wanna saute them for a couple minutes to make sure they get a little tender and translucent. They'll start smelling very fragranty and delicious. So now, once that starts heating up, we're gonna add our Salvadorian chorizo, and we're just gonna empty it out of its casing into the pan.
When did you decide to become a nutritionist? What brought you into food?
Actually, when I was 16, I went to El Salvador and I saw a lot of people that were suffering from diabetes. I knew I always wanted to help people. And so once I got more into it in college, I learned about nutrition and how all the food you eat every day really affects your body. So I wanted to learn how that can help us prevent illnesses that were diet related.
That's one of the cool parts about doing this segment is that we bring Salvadorian flavors and we mix it with, these other flavors, but that are easy to make that we can do because our lives are busy. Everybody's busy.
Yeah.
But this is a nice alternative to ordering out. Porque hay comida en la casa.
Hay comida en la casa. All right, so the chorizo is done.
It smells delicious.
Yes, it's a beautiful brown color, so that's what we want to look for to make sure it's done. We're gonna add the tomato. It's just 1 Roma tomato chopped. Optional, if you don't like tomatoes, you can leave it out. All right, so now I'm gonna throw in our eggs, our huevitos. And we're just gonna let this cook for a little bit. So I talk a lot about protein and why it's really important. And I think for us, like it's, as a Latino culture, it's really easy for us to get protein into our diets, but
Sometimes too much protein.
sometimes it's a little too much. So I'm like, hey, like add some veggies and you'll be Gucci. We're gonna get ready for the next step, which is to heat up our frijoles. Here, you do it this time.
And we're gonna add a little bit of water to...
Just a little bit so that we can make it into a more spreadable paste. So you only have to add like 1/4 of a cup, just very minimal water. That way the consistency is a little more spreadable. So we'll just add that in. And then we're just gonna break it apart and mix it until it's warm.
Yeah, because these beans are already cooked.
Yes.
So we're just basically...
Calentando. Look how beautiful these are spread. I just want to lick the spoon.
Hey, it's your spoon. We're in your kitchen.
I am queen of the kitchen.
That's it right there. For the people. Queen of the kitchen.
Okay, so now are you ready to assemble?
Let's do it.
Tostadas assemble.
Tostadas, assemble.
You're gonna spread the beans, so that'll be your first layer of protein. And see, it makes it so easy to spread.
Yeah, just adding a little bit of water makes it more spreadable.
Now let's do the topping. Ooh, qué bonita te quedó. Crowning jewel.
Can't forget.
The crema salvadoreña. Hungry boys assemble?
That's right, Salvi Breakfast Tostadas. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Millennial Cooking Hacks with special guest, Sabores with Steph. If you want to try any of these products you see today, go to AmerisolFoods.com, use promo code WHO'S820 to save 20% off your first order.
Yeah.
Let's do
Salud.
this. Salud.
No es por nada, pero sí me quedaron buenas.
You're really good.